Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's the John Ross Show for October 22nd, Wednesday, 2025. It's 49 degrees out. That's a drop, basically, for the whole last few days. Think about it. Last Friday, we had about 75, so it's at this time. So it's a drop, 49 right now. We're going to talk about the big lie about Saturday. Yep, that's what we're going to talk about. Sorry I couldn't be with you on Monday. I must have ate something or something. My stomach wasn't feeling too great, so that's why we weren't on Monday. But I had a good Saturday, and we're going to talk about Saturday and why the people from, let's be straight, it's the Republican administration, Mr. Johnson, the Speaker, President, and others are calling Saturday, they were calling, well, Antifa, fascist, terrorist, things along that line, trying to put down that rallies that were across the country. We know there was over 2,500, maybe 2,600. I don't know. There's quite a few. Excuse me. They were all around here in the Fox Valley where I'm at. We had Chicago. We had outside Chicago. I think we had Elmhurst. I think we had Evanston. It was just all over on Roosevelt Road, Wheaton, Glen Ellen, and we had Naperville. We had Aurora. We had Geneva, and we had others. I mean, they're just all over the area. And there was thousands. Some say maybe 250,000 in Chicago. I don't know. These numbers vary. It can be, and in Geneva, maybe there's 5 to 10,000. There's maybe 1,000 or more in Aurora, which is the first time they had an organized one there in McCarty Park. And I was at a rally on Randall Road. I was in the same spot basically I was in June. And it was about the same type of crowd. Everything was very similar, but maybe a little more in the crowd. But and here's my picture in June. Okay, there I was in June with my sign. Uh, no king but Jesus. So that was in June. So then I got back here and got by a few friends here. We took a picture. Some people that just got to know my one friend, Tom, was there, and then another gal that was near me. We took a picture, and she was right beside me most of the time I was out there. No king but Jesus, and it was just very, very good. A lot of different people there, ethnic backgrounds. Well, maybe it wasn't as much that in Geneva as not the same as Aurora per se on that front, but it was a good background of people, young, old, and they had different signs. Now, I didn't see any Antifa or anything like terrorists, or I didn't. Here is a sign, one that very creative. This is one thing you noticed about the rally. All over the country, you can see different signs. But Taco Donnie, and then the no king slashing on the king there, no king. And here's the closest I seen to somebody in a uniform. There was a lot of people in uniforms like this. I thought it was so, there were so many good costume people there. My late friend Vernon LaVia would have liked these costumes. Vernon liked costumes. He probably would have come out in one. Resist or you are all cooked. I guess this is a chicken. I guess it's a chicken, I guess, or a duck. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't ask. Anyway, that's one picture. Is one gal there gave it to me to show here. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff there. If you saw the other night on Monday night, Rachel Maddow's show had from every state. She had representations of the rallies, and you could see they're different. They're basically very similar. The people, they're just very good people trying to show their concern for their country. Here's one sign that was grabbed from the Aurora, Illinois rally, and I thought it was pretty good. Let me get my chicken down here. When a foreigner resides among you, you and all your land and in your land don't mistreat. I guess that's them. I can't quite. It's Leviticus there. And that's kind of signs that were out there. There's different signs. Some of them I maybe wouldn't want to do myself, but I think most of them were very, I guess, satirical or yeah, is the right word? But they were very witty, I would say, and trying to put a perspective on what's happening here in our country. And I thought they were very good. And so that was from our No Kings rally. It was one in Geneva, as I said, in Aurora, other areas, over 2,600 of those rallies. So that was a good thing. And I think the immigration thing is a big issue. At least it's with me. And I just a few minutes ago, I found out about a legislation that's being offered, and it's called the Dignity Act, and we should call Congress about it. It's basically a path forward for our people who've been stopped by ICE and have been good citizens, but maybe came in without documentation, but they would pay a fine and get legal residence. We're not talking citizenship here, we're talking legal residence and pay a fine. It's called the Dignity Act, and I'll have more information on this on Friday. And World Relief has put out some words on this too, and their support for this compassionate approach to immigration. And that's what we got to have. We can't have this whipping people on the streets and throwing them down and picking up citizens because they are brown skinned or black. This is totally wrong. Jesus said, I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Matthew 25:35. Yeah, the people on the streets on Saturday were trying to stand up for democracy. And that's what we got to do here in the next days, weeks ahead. So I thank you for listening to me. We'll be back on Friday. I'll have more about the Dignity Act, and we'll fill in more of the blanks there. I think that's what we'll be talking about on Friday. Yes, we have to have dignity here. And yes. Well, we'll see you, Lord willing, on Friday. I'm going to put up my little thing on that. Let's see if I can find that here. Let's see. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Lord willing, we'll see you on Friday. So then, for right now, we'll just say bye-bye. God bless you, and let's keep the faith. Let's be a witness to our country and our neighbors. Show love and compassion to them. And I got to practice that. I got to do that. And I just thank you for listening with me. And we'll talk about more about the Dignity Act on Friday. So thank you for listening with me. So God bless. Bye-bye now. And we'll see you then on Friday. Bye-bye now.